Yes, guys, and welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. First things first, a happy new year from me. It's been a long year. It's been quite a successful year. On and off of CM, in all fairness, it's been a really extended year. It feels like there's been so much occurred in life for me personally. But fuck all that, you don't want to hear all that shit, right? This is about CM. This is the World King Game, part 14. Myself and Matt Collier-Brown, or what's known as Matty, here on this game. And we've got more developments here. So we are now well into season, as you can see. We're coming to the back end of season 19. Let me remind you that this is the April 2024 update. That was the update at the time when we started this game. I think we started it roughly late April, early May, maybe a bit later than that actually, after our successful ODB game. So, it's all about doing a leg of the tour around the world. And I think we've done 9 legs apiece at the minute. I think that's what we worked out at. So we're like that, 8 or 9. We're level. And for me, of course, I moved to Ajax. It was a big move for me for Ajax. We left Boca Juniors, and Matt, of course, had already left Feyenoord. He led Feyenoord to the title last season, and he left to move, which left open an opportunity for me to go to Feyenoord. However, I'd already got my application in for Ajax, and realistically, I'd rather have gone to Ajax and followed Matt directly, if that makes sense. So home straight to the games, and it's looking good. I mean, it's not been plain sailing, that's for sure. Feyenoord, of course, still the team to beat, and they're still going to be 5 behind us if they win that game in hand. But we've had some really difficult games. It's fair to say we had a bit of a scary run. So we're going well in the Champions League. We've made it to the quarterfinals, where we'll take on Arsenal in the quarters. But we had a bit of a scary run. And it was right here where we lost in the cup. I don't know what happened in the cup. Just everything went wrong. I mean, we had a red card, and it was one of those red cards that really proved costly, and we got thrashed. We lost in the Champions League, and that was a harsh one, because look at that. I was fucking seething. That reminded me of Man United Bayern Munich, that did, of 1999. And then we lost in the league at home to Feyenoord. So, literally, I was fucking so angry, but we've had a good run since then. We did lose the last game of the Champions League, which cost us winning the group. I don't think it would have mattered anyway, in all honesty, because who did West Ham get? I'd rather have had Stuttgart, to be honest with you. I'd have happily taken Real Sociedad and Stuttgart out of that, but we got Arsenal. It is what it is. So, in terms of our signings this season, 2 of them were pre-arranged, and I think we might have even fucked them off, actually, the 2 that are pre-arranged. No, that one, oh no, tell a lie, he's at left-back. Hato, now we brought Hato many moons ago when we were at Porto, I think I bought him for. But we fucked him off. I don't want a 35, 36-year-old. Fuck him. So our 8 signings, they weren't the greatest. I mean, we didn't come into Ajax with loads of money. This was our biggest marquee player. We brought him some years back. Was it Chelsea? Yeah, there you go. When we failed at Chelsea, of course. Now, the interesting thing we had here, right, was Matt had some deals arranged with Feyenoord. Now, we did collectively agree this, that if he got a move away from Feyenoord, he could cancel any pre-arranged deals that he had arriving, and then he would try and get them for his new club. A bit like, the only exception, if I beat Matt to a player, as you know, I cannot pull out that deal, vice versa. The only exception is if one of us leave clubs. So, for example, I've got a player coming at the end of the season. I beat Matt to him. It was a defender. Was it Conde? Conde, or I don't think it was Conde. I think it was Garcia. It might have been Garcia. No, it weren't Garcia. So it must have been Gonzalez. No, it wasn't Gonzalez either. So it was this guy. I beat Matt to him, and whilst Matt is still at his club, I cannot pull out of it. If Matt moves, then I can pull out of it. If I move, I can pull out of it before. That's our ruling. Anyway, so that's that. That's me, and that's where we're at. Now let's go to Matt. Matt, where did he go to? I think you all know where he went to. I'm sure you've followed the updates and stuff. He hasn't gone to Barca, by the way. He didn't go to Barca. He went to Atletico Madrid. And as you can see there, they are not lit up. So Matt has been at Atletico Madrid for most of the season, and he left very, very recently. Very recently. Now, I learnt something new. I say learnt something new. I've always known this. I've never paid attention to it. So firstly, he was struggling. I think his board were only satisfied, but it's been so tight in Spain. For me personally, this was a really, really big move for Matt. I feel when Matt asks me what my view is, I always say it's his call. I think it was a bad move, if the truth be told, what he did. He left Atletico, and if he was miles off, I get it. I do get it in the sense of he was probably worried about being sacked. If he was on the list, like secure, very insecure, slightly insecure, I'd have got it. But he weren't on any of those lists. So I think it's a bit of a dodgy one. But it is what it is. And I think, his move is a good move in the long term. But before we go to where he's moved to, let's just go to Atletico and see the players he brought in. A couple of those were pre-arranged, both of those deals. He brought in Kuna, great player. Dean Chapman, he brought in some absolute quality players. So I feel that maybe him not taking it by storm, which is what he would have wanted, he had the quality. I mean, I said there's 7 signings. I mean, he didn't get Davies until January. So 6 signings essentially. It was still strong, and his squad was still very much still strong enough to make an assault. But it is what it is. So he left. Are you ready for where he went to? And this is very, very recently. Are you ready? He is at AC Milan. So he signed for AC Milan on the 28th. Well, there you go. Not even a month old, AC Milan. Now, the reason I'm saying that this was a really, really big move is because of finances. Insecure. They are now minus 18.9 million in the red. I think they were 16 million in the red when he took over. He knew they were in the red before he took over, which is what really surprised me. It did still say okay under general info, but now it says insecure. And of course, he can't get any. There's no pre-arranged deal, so he's got nothing coming in. And he started in third. I think he's won 2 and lost 1. So he's actually only 10 points off the lead. If he were to win the title, it would be the sneakiest title in the fucking world. It really would. I don't think, if he was to win a title, I don't think he'd leave Italy. I think he'd have to have another season, to be honest with you. But he's got a lot of work to do. In terms of this ridiculous finances, I think it's to do with that. It's to do with that. But to be fair to Matt, he's made a start. And as you can see, there's 5 players there already that he's getting rid of at the end of the season. And starting to reduce that wage bill. Obviously, we've got applied. I'll tell you what else we've got applied. Is the... do you remember the patch about... season tickets in season 1? Well, that's applied on this particular patch. Now, what that actually means is, it doesn't actually mean that brilliant, because it means that you don't get any season tickets in July, like you would normally get it season 1. You get it roughly April, May. So that's why, in April, in the next month, in the next 6 weeks, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, he'll get a load of money, and he'll probably get roughly the same... Oh, that's me. I'm talking about dickhead. Let's have a look at... So he'll probably get around the same sort of money, 70 odd million in season tickets, over the course of the next couple of months, which he's going to be absolutely desperate for. He really is. That will take him out of the red, there's no doubt. And since then he's made a lot of signings. He's made a lot of agreed Bosman transfers here, there, and everywhere. He's got a few players going, as we know. Let's have a look now. Then he's getting. Richard Allen, he had him coming over at Atletico, pulled out, and he needs free transfers. He's going to need. There's no doubt about it. It's a tricky one, because I feel that maybe Milan's team. Milan, of course, is my old team. When I covered the Italian leg of the tour, I did it with AC Milan, and he's going to have to pull out some of these maybe if he gets any more. He's got 8. He's got 8 players arriving. That they have got an absolute remarkable squad. Is it 8? Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, Sorry, 7. 8. Where did I get 8 from? He's got his 7 players, but I think he'll pull out some and get some more. But they have got some absolute fucking monsters. I don't know who that is, but he's great. They've got Mbappe region. They've got De Bruyne. De Bruyne. They've got some real big bangers. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The Ukrainian fullback, absolutely remarkable. But he's had to do big stuff. He really has. He's got some such big wage players, and I think it's a big challenge. He is also still in the Europa League now. I think that's just a little bit of luck, really. And he's advanced through to the semi-final. He took over then, taking on Brighton. He beat them with ease. And actually, tell a lie. He took over winning the second leg, didn't he, against RKC? So that's Matt. That is Matt. And this was after a 2-hour session or so yesterday. Very good session indeed. And we move on. Let me just check something now. Let's just check how many legs of the tour that we actually have done. Let's do it on Matt first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 legs of the tour Matt has done. So Man City, Dortmund, Celtic, Marseille, Porto, Bologna didn't work out, New England was fine, Espanyol didn't work out, Flamengo worked, Feyenoord worked, Atletico Madrid hasn't worked out. So he's done 8 legs of the tour. Can he make it 9? Let's have a look at myself. I think we're tied. So Real Madrid, it's Real Madrid 1, PSG 2, Milan 3, Porto 4, Rangers 5. Funnily, that both of us failed on our 6th attempt. Newcastle didn't work out for us. FC Cologne didn't work out either before we took over Dortmund to make it 6. Genk didn't work out. Chelsea didn't work out. Celtic, Newcastle and Boca 7 and 8. So we're looking for our 9th leg of the tour. And let me now remind you of what is available. Argentina, Australia. I've never played in Australia. Neither has Matt. We don't know what to expect. Belgium, obviously I'm going to want to return to Belgium. Matt's done Brazil. I'd like to get to Brazil, as I'm sure Matt would like to get to Argentina. England has been a bastard. Now, interestingly, I'll tell you something, right? Matt started as Man City, and I started as Real Madrid. And it was several years before either of us left. I found it extremely difficult to succeed in England, as you've seen. Newcastle, Chelsea, then back to Newcastle. And Matt has struggled in Spain, funnily enough. At France, we've both done France, we've both done Germany. None of us have been to Greece yet. I think we want to get to Greece, but the money ain't going to be there, or the reputation is not going to be there as clear-cut as what we're used to. Italy, of course, this is where Matt's at as we speak. And the Netherlands is where I'm at present. Portugal, we both did that with ease. Scotland, we both did that with ease. Spain, tick for me, not quite for Matt. United States, tick for Matt, not quite for me. It's very, very tight indeed. And it's getting very, very entertaining. And what more can I say? I think we've got a session lined up at some point, end of the week, or maybe Saturday, I think, is our planned session. So, here's to a Happy New Year from me and Matt. And until next time, take it easy.